Hi, I'm Finian, and this is the Dead by Daylight Killer Alphabet. Hello and welcome back everybody to another episode of the Dead by Daylight Killer ABC Challenge, or the Alphabet Challenge. Still haven't fully decided on a name actually, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And today we take on the next letter in the alphabet, which is the letter C. And in my Dead by Daylight Killer alphabet, C stands for clown. Now, I am a huge clown enjoyer. Let's say it like that. And I do find myself playing clown very often. And much like B, we also have a couple of perks that are part of the letter C. Now let's start off on this page. We have Call of Brine, Claustrophobia, Corrupt Intervention, Coulrophobia, Coup de Grace. Those are the C perks, and we cannot forget the Hex perk, which is Hex Crowd Control. So let's make our build. Our first perk is going to be Hex Crowd Control, which is a Trickster teachable perk, which will block the windows that survivors perform a rushed vault on for 20 seconds. Our next perk is going to be Call of Brine, which is a teachable perk from the Onryo, which is going to activate after damaging a generator for 60 seconds. Over those 60 seconds, the generator will regress at 200% of the normal regression speed, and the aura will be highlighted in yellow for the killer. If a survivor completes a good skill check on that generator that is affected by Call of Brine, it will trigger a loud noise notification for the killer. Our third perk is going to be Corrupt Intervention, which is a teachable perk from the Plague, which will block the 3 furthest generators from the killer at the start of the trial for 120 seconds, or until a survivor has been downed, so has entered the dying state. So generators that are blocked obviously cannot be repaired by survivors. And our final perk is going to be Coulrophobia, which is a teachable perk from the clown himself, which will give survivors a 50% penalty to their healing progression speeds, and healing skill checks move 50% faster while in the killer's terror radius. I kind of blundered on that explanation a bit, but I hope you understand. Now, add-ons. The clown actually has 2 add-ons that start with C, even though on my cheat sheet I only wrote down 1, which is confusing. But actually both his add-ons that start with C are purple add-ons. We have the cheap gin bottle, which increases the amount of bottles at the start of a trial to 2, and also increases the extra capacity to be carried by 2. So instead of 4, you'll be able to have 6. And the cigar box, which will show the auras of all survivors within 16 meters of the killer when he is invigorated. Same goes for the survivors. As survivors invigorate, they get to see the killer's aura within 60 meters of them. So that's a good perk on a small map, for instance, where you can throw the yellow bottle in the middle, get invigorated, get some aura reading. Now, offerings. There are a few offerings we could run, but we only have 2 of them, I think. And those are, number 1, the Cut Coin, which is a purple offering, which will reduce the amount of chests spawned in the trial by 2. We have the Charred Wedding Photograph, which would send us to the Crotus Pren Asylum, if I am correct. Then we have the Crow's Eye, which I do have, which will send us to the Forsaken Boneyard, the Eyrie of Crows. Don't really want to go there, that's a bad killer map. Then we also have the Cypress Memento Mori, which is the yellow Mori, which will allow the killer to kill the last survivor in the trial by use of this Mori. And finally, we have the Clear Regent, which will slightly lessen the Dark Mist. Now, out of these add-ons, I really don't want to send myself to the Eyrie of Crows. I don't think I would send myself to the Crotespren Asylum either. Those are bad maps for Killer, especially for Clown. So I'm gonna take with me the Cypress Mori, and hope maybe we can get a Mori off on the survivors. And without further ado, let's get into the match. Sanctum of Wrath. Somebody brought a hatch offering for the main building, which is interesting. Unfortunately, though, I don't think my cigar box will help me much here, unless... Well, that's my corrupt gone very quickly, but I guess also somebody giving up very quickly, unfortunately. Unfortunately, also taking a right to my hex, which is a bad choice, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Let's toss a bottle up there. Yeah, she's ending herself. Oh no, somebody unhooked her. In that case, cigar box can be pretty good. No way she kept running, right? Okay, sure. I'll take you out. If you want to go, you want to go, huh? Let's kick this with Call of Brine. Make it go back to Neverland. Honestly, I tend to use my bottles very inefficiently. So playing with the gin bottle for once is like something quite new. There goes my crowd control, but thanks to Cigar Box we saw him enter this locker. So up you get. Let's toss another one. Might be a bit short, yeah. Making sure she doesn't have that hard. I don't know if this hatch offering will actually make it spawn at the top of the sanctum or like on the side of it. So that could potentially be one of the failing points. I shouldn't be holding this bottle, but I'm trying to get it over there. I know where the Jake is. Okay. Simple enough, I guess. Alright, this one's not cinematic. Let's just take some screenshots of a delicious fang finger. I guess that's it for the clown match. I mean, that was the shortest one. Oh, they were all probably very low level, weren't they? Yeah. I don't feel like dodging the lobbies, though. Mainly because killer queues take kind of long right now. The incentive is on Survivor and there's not enough players, but yeah. Poor Meg didn't get an unhook, didn't get to use her deliverance. Sad times, sad times. Well, thank you guys for watching this episode. And I'll see you in the next one. These are very short Dead by Daylight videos, man. Gotta say. Out of my cage to an open door.